Hey guys, welcome back to the other side of the coin and welcome to Manchester United versus Chelsea match preview. Guys, this is a huge match, I feel personally for me. But before we get into all of that, if you're already here, guys, smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe and hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Guys, first of all, what I want to talk about is the whole injury front of things and get that out of the way before we lead into some of the talking points. First of all, Frank Lampard has mentioned that there's no notable or big injury concerns at the moment, besides the fact Kepa's got a shoulder injury. But look, Kepa was never going to start this match. I don't even think he's actually going to start for us ever again. Mendy is the #1 goalkeeper. We've even signed now Peter Cech to be in the Chelsea 25-man squad. So our goalkeeper depth is quite strong at the moment. So I don't think that injury itself will cause a massive concern for us. So nonetheless, we've got a fully fit team, but the only caveat here is that what Frank said is that Ziyech is probably not going to start. Now, here's my first talking point. Ziyech not starting means only one thing, to be honest. We're probably going to see Mason Mount either on the left or right, most probably on the left, because Pulisic is now playing in the right side to basically fit Mason Mount. And I really want to talk about this situation because I don't want to see this. I really don't want to see this. And I want to explore all the sort of avenues on this and exactly find out why he's starting and some arguments for and against that's been floating around. So what people have been saying, or people in social media and the fans, they've been saying that Mason Mount is starting on the wings, whether it's right wing or left wing, is because of his press, because of his defensive attributes. You know, let's take it for the instance that he starts on the left. It's because he can cover for Chilwell when he bombs up. His pressing, as I've already mentioned, and all around it gives a lot more balance than Callum Hudson-Odoi. Now let's talk about this. Few people have been sort of comparing Mason Mount with Willian-esque kind of vibes that's coming from Mason Mount, which I find is, honestly, it's insulting to Willian, because Willian was not only defensively very astute, but attackingly, he carried the ball. He was a great dribbler. Yes, his final decision making was poor, but he is by far so much better than Mason Mount. Let's not beat around the bush anymore. I'm not having a go at Mason Mount here. He's a very good player, but we need to stop acting as if he is some complete, winger with great, attacking sense and great defensive quality. He's not. We talk about press. Our press should not be dependent just on Mason Mount. Our press should be a collective press. It's a cohesion. And at the moment, collectively, our press has been looking really bad over the last few games. That's my feel. If you look at our last 3 games, I don't think our press was that great. So I don't know what he gives us individually when collectively our press is back. Now we want to talk about his tracking back ability, his work rate. Yes, his work rate is great, but it's not like Chilwell is very poor in defense. Chilwell is a very smart player. He knows exactly where to bomb up, and he's got very good recovery pace. And why are we having to compensate that with Mason Mount when really we should be looking at shifting the midfield and the defense, playing a high line to cover for all of that gap? Tactically, we've got to be smarter in order to, not having to accommodate Mason Mount. And this is the thing for me. I feel Callum Hudson-Odoi will provide so much more going forward, which is far beneficial than what Mason Mount provides, I feel, defensively, which I don't think he provides a lot. Defensively, he still has a lot to learn. Tracking back, I can show you so many clips. If you look back in the previous matches, there's plenty of clips that show that Mason Mount, is not picking up his man. He's not quick enough in recovery. There's plenty of evidence that still shows that he needs to improve that game. And we're acting as if Callum Hudson-Odoi is absolutely novice in defending. He has no idea. He doesn't press. He does all of that. Give him an opportunity. He's a natural winger, and let him learn his game and instruct him to do what he needs to do. He's 19, for God's sake. Let's back him and instruct him to do that. I don't understand how much more that Mason Mount actually gives more than Callum Hudson-Odoi, and I simply cannot compromise the fact that our attacking sense is missing with Mason Mount being in the wings. So that's a little bit about that. There's a lot of people saying, and I've also mentioned that when Ziyech comes into the team, are we going to be looking at his defensive attributes and we're going to be questioning his, work rate and whatnot? A lot of people have been saying that his work rate is great, his press is far superior than Callum Hudson, and I get that. It is. I've seen it. Ziyech is very, very good in pressing. His work rate is very good as well. But that's not what we choose Ziyech for. Ziyech is very good in attacking. Yes, Callum Hudson-Odoi, when he comes in, he's not going to have that same input as Ziyech, but at least he's going to have, I feel, better input than Mason Mount. If we want to improve Callum Hudson-Odoi defensively, we need to give him a chance. Now, the second point that I want to talk about is this is a match which is supremely important, as I said, for me. We are 8th in the table, Man United's 15th. Man United is going to be looking for a win here because this is a direct rival. Man United and Chelsea are going for the top 4. I don't think any one of us are going to win the league. So we're going for the top 4. We're trying to bridge the gap against Liverpool and Man City up front. So this is a crucial match. Yes, Man United has a game in hand as well, so that's beneficial for them. But we've got 8 points off the back of 5 games. This is going to be our 6th game of the Premier League season. Man United, I kid you not, will be going for the win here. And I'll be so disappointed if we play the same game that we played against Sevilla, really setting up to draw here. A lot of people are saying out there that, draw's not the worst result. Yeah, maybe it's not, but I want to see a proper game plan here. I don't want to see that same sort of game plan that we applied for Sevilla, which really wasn't even a game plan. Because if Sevilla tried hard enough, they could have got the goal. Our midfield was non-existent. There was a lot of issues still. Yes, we got the clean sheet, but let's not make it look like it was a defensive masterclass. We can still win and have a defensive masterclass. It doesn't have to be one or the other. So this is a very important game that I want us to go out there and really, with the caliber of players we have, we need to be tactically better in order to win games. I know this is probably our 9th game of the season, but we need to start progressing now. We need to start developing. It's no more the excuse of this is still pre-season, we're still working ourselves. I mean, how much longer is that going to carry on? Like, we need to start winning here because the games are coming quick and the points are going away very, very quick. We're drawing against teams like Southampton, West Brom, which now means we need to start picking up points against some of these big teams. If we don't pick up points against big teams and we keep dropping points against those little teams, no disrespect to the lower teams, what's the point of this season? I know you might say, it's a bit of a overreaction, but the games are gone. We need to start clicking. So I need to make sure people understand that the intensity and the importance of this game is very, very high. And 3 points is what we should aim for. If it's a good performance, we end up with a draw, fair enough. But we shouldn't have the mentality going into the game that we'll go there and we'll just set up and get a draw. Now, the final point before I touch into my formation and lineup is in-game management. I want Frank Lampard to really look at this game and not just flow with the wind here. If you see something wrong, make a change. If you sense something is happening where Man United's taking over, make a change. Don't wait for the end to do this. Be proactive as opposed to reactive. And if you're reactive, be quick and be precise with being reactive, which, I haven't seen too much of Frank Lampard. I feel like he just moves with the flow in the game, which honestly is not good enough. Now, guys, that's a lot about the talking points, what I sort of expect in the game. In regards to the formation, quickly, guys, look, we've seen it's 4-2-3-1, and I don't see how that's changed. A lot of people are talking about could play 5 in the back, but that would be a massive change for us. I'd go with the 4-2-3-1. I know midfield-wise, we need to get a lot better with that formation. That's why I feel we need to sort of move together when we're going backwards and move together when we're going so move together when we're going forwards and move together when we go backwards, and make sure those gaps in between are really reduced, as opposed to just going out there and just running around and whatever the case is. So in the back, sort of 5, including the goalkeeper, it'd be Mendy. He's the number 1 goalkeeper. I don't really care whether it's Reece James or Azpilicueta. I think both of them are quite good. I'd probably go with Reece James. Defensively, he looked really good against Sevilla. His attacking sense will help us out. But I don't mind if it's Azpilicueta either. The good thing with Azpilicueta is his communication with Thiago Silva and Zuma and Mendy, because they can all speak French. In the middle, I'd have Thiago Silva and Zuma. Zuma really needs to wake up because the last couple of games he hasn't been that great. He's been shaky. He needs to wake up over there. Chilwell on the left, and that itself would be the back five for me, and it's a solid back five. In the middle, I would play actually Kante and Kovacic this time. Give Jorginho a bit of break. Kovacic looked very sharp against Sevilla, and I think his ability to drive, I don't know how much really Man United is going to press here, to be honest. I think Man United might sit back, so maybe Jorginho's game might be suited here. But I would just give Kovacic a chance here to basically get some game time. As I said, Jorginho has had quite a bit of time. I know likewise you could say about Kante, but Kante is needed in a double pivot with his pace and recovery and interceptions and whatnot. And Kante needs to improve as well anyway. Last couple of games I haven't been utterly impressed with his mostly when he's got the ball. Up front, as I said, I want Callum Hudson-Odoi in the wing. Honestly, enough with all this BS about him not tracking back, defensively he's not good. Give him a chance and let him express himself. And I think his attacking sense outweighs what Mount gives us defensively. In the left, I would give Pulisic to sit on his natural position and really run at Man United defense, which is looking fragile at the moment. Give Pulisic all the license to do that. Up front, Timo Werner and Kai Havertz, and really go out there and put Man United into pressure, because this Man United will crumble under pressure. If we get them, we can get this win. And guys, so that's my lineup, my formation, and the prediction, guys, I'm going for is I'm hoping we get a 2-1 win or a 3-1 win. I feel like it's probably going to be a draw, guys, maybe a 1 or 2 draw. But even if it is a draw, as I said, the performance needs to improve week in, week out. I feel we have the team to beat them. Yes, they've got some really dangerous players in the likes of Rashford, Martial, Bruno Fernandes, Pogba, but I don't think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a tactical manager to utilise these players properly. I know they've just come off a win against PSG, but we're a far better side than them, man to man, I feel. And I think defensively they're weaker than us, and we can get them. If we're just smart enough in this game against their, forward firepower, we should be able to get this win. But it's all up to Frank Lampard how he wants to set up. So guys, let me know what your thoughts are about this game. Leave your comments below. Let me know where your lineup is going to be, where your formation is going to be. Let me know how you feel about the whole Mason Mount situation. If he starts, do you agree, disagree? Should he start? Should Callum Hudson-Odoi start? And how do you feel about this match in terms of, what do you expect? So guys, leave your thoughts in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this video, smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe and hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, see ya.